Toddlerhood. Toddlerhood. That's the second year of life, or ages 1 through 2, or 12 months through 24 months. Piaget had two divisions for this toddlerhood period. 12 to 18 months, which he referred to in terms of object permanence, search for last seen. 18 to 24 months, search all places. In terms of sensory motor development, he's talking about 12 to 18 months was considered tertiary circular reaction, or 18 to 24 months considered mental representation. Let's briefly talk a little bit about tertiary circular reaction. Okay, we talked about before in the earlier video, primary circular reaction and secondary circular reaction. Primary circular reaction is repeating an interesting act with one's own body. Secondary circular reaction, like throwing a ball or shaking a rattle, repeating an interesting act with an object. Tertiary circular reaction is to vary actions on an object. To vary action on an object. For instance, playing catch versus throwing the ball. Throwing the ball, you just, one thing, throwing the ball. Whereas playing catch, you're throwing the ball and you're catching the ball, and sometimes you're even chasing the ball. So you're varying actions on that ball. So that's tertiary circular reaction. Erickson basically looked at in terms of autonomy versus doubt, that second year of life. Autonomy literally being a walk and stand on your own 2 feet versus doubt. Okay, think about it. Most infants at this age, they can walk. They start walking. Okay, so they point. They can wave bye-bye. Okay, they know their name. Okay, and they're starting to vocalize around 2, and they can also dress themselves. Okay. And also, one of the other milestones is usually about 18 months, they can recognize themselves in the mirror. Recognize themselves, look in the mirror and say, that's me. That's me. Dogs, cats don't recognize themselves in the mirror. Not even monkeys don't recognize themselves in the mirror. Humans, great apes, whales, dolphins or whales, okay, are some of the few animals that recognize themselves in the mirror. At 18 months, they can recognize themselves in the mirror. Okay, like I said before, they search all places now instead of just one last word seen. Like I said, they're crawling around. So locomotion puts them in a whole new era. Let's talk about autonomy versus doubt. Now that they can walk, doesn't take long for them to run and climb, which means they can easily get hurt or put in dangerous situations. That's where the doubt comes in. So it's really good for them to be independent, autonomous, but it's also good for parents to put some doubt there. We'll so they won't fall down the steps. We'll put a gate up there. We'll plug up the electrical outlets so they don't shock them. We'll put child locks on the drawers. All that's because now they're becoming more and more active. Towards the end of toddlerhood becomes childhood. 24 months, they can dress themselves. Now they're saying sentences, okay, and now they're starting to develop rapid language development from 2 until 5, and we'll look at that in the next section.